In a major escalation in tensions between the U.S. and Iran, the top Iranian general has been killed in an airstrike while leaving the Baghdad airport,
which U.S. officials blame for 11 recent attacks on U.S.-led coalition bases.
In the early hours of January 3rd, 2020, the roads leading away from Baghdad International Airport were unusually quiet. Commercial flights had slowed, security checkpoints stood watch beneath floodlights, and a handful of vehicles moved through the darkness with little hint that the next few moments would become one of the most consequential episodes in modern Middle Eastern history. For years, tensions between the United States and Iran had steadily escalated through sanctions, proxy conflicts, cyber operations, attacks on shipping in the Persian Gulf, and rocket strikes attributed to Iran-backed militias in Iraq. Each incident pushed both governments closer to direct confrontation, while neither openly declared war. Behind the scenes, intelligence agencies monitored movements, intercepted communications, and assessed risks that changed by the hour. Among the most closely watched figures was Major General Qasem Soleimani, commander of Iran's Quds Force, a branch of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps responsible for overseas operations and relationships with allied armed groups across the region. To many in Iran, he was viewed as a national military leader who had played a significant role in campaigns against ISIS. To successive U.S. administrations, he was regarded as the architect of networks responsible for supporting armed groups that had attacked American personnel and partners throughout the Middle East. In late December 2019, events accelerated. A rocket attack on an Iraqi military base near Kirkuk killed an American contractor and wounded U.S. and Iraqi personnel. The United States responded with airstrikes against facilities linked to Kataib Hezbollah, an Iran-backed militia operating in Iraq. Days later, protesters and militia supporters surrounded the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad. Images of burning guard posts and crowds outside the embassy spread around the world, reviving memories of earlier crises in U.S.-Iran relations. Inside Washington, officials debated what might happen next. Intelligence assessments warned that additional attacks were possible. Military planners developed options ranging from increased defensive deployments to targeted strikes against senior Iranian figures. Those options were presented to President Donald Trump, who ultimately approved a strike targeting Soleimani if an opportunity emerged. That opportunity came on the night of January 2nd. Soleimani flew from Damascus to Baghdad aboard a civilian flight. According to public accounts released afterward, U.S. intelligence had tracked his movements as he traveled. After landing, he was met by Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, deputy commander of Iraq's Popular Mobilization Forces and leader of Kataib Hezbollah. The two men departed the airport in a convoy of SUVs, unaware that they were being watched from thousands of miles away. High above, an American MQ-9 Reaper drone maintained surveillance. Operators monitored live video feeds while commanders followed developments through secure communications. Once the convoy left the airport perimeter and entered an open stretch of road, authorization was confirmed. Moments later, multiple precision-guided missiles struck the vehicles. The explosions illuminated the highway, sending debris across the pavement. The strike lasted only seconds. When the smoke cleared, Soleimani al-Muhandis and several others had been killed. Within hours, news of the operation spread across the globe. Governments issued emergency statements, financial markets reacted, military installations heightened security, and analysts questioned whether the region was on the edge of a broader conflict. Supporters of the strike argued it disrupted planned attacks and removed a senior military commander viewed as responsible for years of violence. Critics questioned the legal basis, the intelligence supporting the decision, and whether the operation risked triggering a wider war. The events that followed would demonstrate how a military operation lasting only moments could reshape diplomacy, security calculations, and regional politics for years to come.